We're back. We're here. A week hiatus, and we're ready to go.
Yeah. Why did we have a 1 week hiatus? Actually, let's talk about that in a minute. Let's do our intro. Let's do our intro. Good evening, Internet, and welcome to the most exciting beer broadcast on the Internet. You can't brew that on television. We are your hosts. I am the Reverend Ryan Bono.
And I am Kyle, Operation Endpoint LaPointe.
Operation Endpoint, and to my right, our producer. Introduce yourself, producer.
Live from Not Master Control. I'm Rich, as you may have met me in the chat room.
Which is why we're a little bit low on production stuff tonight.
And you know what else we're low on?
Beer.
And hot dogs.
And hot dogs.
I want. Can you go to the snack bar?
Yeah, I'm just going to go take a leak. You guys want something from the snack bar?
Yeah, go grab us some hot dogs. While Rich is off at the snack bar, we're going to talk about why Rich is going to the snack bar and why we have some really lousy beer in front of us. And that is that we're talking about baseball. And we're talking about beer at the ballpark. We're talking about food at the ballpark. And we're going to try some different ballpark foods and different ballpark beers. And we're going to see how well they match up with each other. But first, let's just talk a little bit about beer.
I'm pouring this one for
and baseball in general. Oh, Rich is back. Let's not talk about that just yet.
Sorry.
Rich is back with some hot dogs.
I'll trade you.
Yeah?
There's a light beer.
What are we drinking?
This is a Keystone Light, and that right there is a Keystone Ice. Well, grab a hot dog before you.
Oh, you don't have to have both of those. You really only have to have one.
Yeah, you really don't. So what we're going to do tonight
another one of your glasses.
We're going to take some various ballpark foods, and we're going to take some various ballpark beers, and we're going to taste all of them, and we're going to talk about which ones are going to pair up best together. Because it's going to be tough. We've never done this. We're going to be getting our opinions totally on the fly here, totally candid.
Candid. Well, most of these are candid. They're not in the bottle.
Yeah,
only bottled it.
Yeah, well, that one's bottled.
Pour yourself some Shiner,
but
too.
it's not the metal bottled that they've been using lately.
Because you want to try this with all the different beers.
Yeah.
So your choice here, you make sure you remember which one's which. But you got your lightest one. We got our light beer, and then we got our big heavy beer, and I got spicy mustard. If anybody wants spicy mustard,
hook me up.
I'll go ahead.
This is a good hot dog for one thing.
And these, why did you buy these?
These are Hebrew National hot dogs. And a few years ago, these were the official hot dog that you got at the ballpark in Arlington. And they're also kosher, which is very important to Jewish
Okay, so
people.
I got a question.
All right, let's hear it.
Is it still kosher if you've reheated it 14 times before it goes to somebody's mouth?
I don't know.
Because I'm pretty sure I've had some hot dogs
As long as
that
you've
were...
got a hole in the sheet that it's
If my Jewish godfather is watching, perhaps he could answer this question for us.
Because I've had some of these hot dogs that tasted like they were boiled.
Yeah.
And then wrapped in a bun, and then boiled again. I'm pretty sure over the course of a few weeks.
Is there actually a difference between the Keystone Light and the Keystone Ice, or are they
I don't take much. I don't taste much, man.
Which one was
And I'm not just making fun. I'm genuinely
non-alcoholic?
5.9% alcohol in Keystone Ice.
Wow.
What? Really?
You'd never tell. That's actually pretty smooth.
It's huge diacetyl.
Was this one ice or was that?
Or acetyl. Excuse me.
Who knows?
Acetyl.
I think this one's light.
Was?
That one's ice. No, that
Light, ice, Coors, and then you got your Shiner.
Okay.
So I got some Coors here.
So far, I'm leaning towards the Shiner with the hot dog. I was not expecting that. Have you tried the Shiner with the hot dog?
I'm getting there. Coors with the hot dog's pretty good.
Okay. Here's the
You want a
Coors.
glass? Here, I'll give you a glass. You can take some of that one too.
If you have any wieners at home, go ahead and eat along with us.
Yeah, cook them up. Grab you some cheap beer. Is it we have to pour the Coors for Rich?
No, it's
No,
for
I got
you.
one.
I was just saying, if you wanted some of that, I could still be drinking out of the can.
Oh, I see. So
and then we wouldn't have to.
this is a greed thing.
I don't have to wipe your lipstick off. So
Yeah, the Coors actually does go well with the hot dog as well. Mm-hmm. I'm leaning towards the Coors and the Shiner Bock.
pretty
Rich,
good stuff.
what are you thinking here?
The Keystone Ice actually was a pleasant surprise.
Hmm.
I'd go with that. It doesn't interfere with the hot dog flavor at all. But
No, I think the Coors for ballparking so far. Let me give a shot to the Shiner here. Huh. That's not bad,
I
but
have a feeling this episode is going to be a lot of
hardest working men in webcasting.
Yeah.
no. The Shiner's too much for this little hot dog.
You think?
You had mustard on it, I go Shiner.
I had mustard on it.
No mustard on
That's
it?
true.
Go
That's
course.
a game changer.
Yeah,
There.
definitely.
Condiments.
It's huge.
All right.
And
So what have we learned so far?
well, we've learned
Watch
that
your condiments.
Yeah,
They're actually very important to the enjoyment of the beer with your ballpark food. We do have some trivia tonight, courtesy of our friends over at the Half-Ass Sportscast.
Yes. As I shove a hot dog down my mouth.
Yeah.
we should probably try to stagger our eating so we don't go. Oh, this is a hot dog. What you see here? This is hot dog.
Nah, we'll fix it in post.
Yeah. Well,
Who's looking?
We'll go a little longer on our podcast this time and let Richard chop out the dead air. Man, those guys, they're just brilliant. They keep going. They skip a little every now and then.
So are you ready for some trivia?
I am ready for some trivia.
This is brought to you courtesy of the Half-Ass Sportscast.
Okay.
Johnny asks you, what famous president held a liquor license and operated several taverns?
It's got to be one of the early ones. Adams?
Correct!
Adams.
That's not good. Adams?
Wait, there's two John
But-
Adamses. John Quincy Adams?
It was regular John Adams, and he brewed beer, and I think he was the one that actually had a brewery, because Washington brewed beer.
Yeah.
Jefferson wanted to brew beer, but I don't think he was ever good at it, and so he failed a bunch of attempts. But
I think Jefferson was the one who failed at brewing all the time, and so he wrote to Benjamin Franklin suggesting that they found a national brewery. And basically wanting the taxpayers to subsidize his attempts at brewing. And Ben Franklin was like, no, that's not how we do things.
not gonna happen.
Jefferson, we went to Monticello when we were in Charlottesville, so we learned Jefferson up at his plantation. He happened to have some Englishman came through town and was badass brewer, so he taught one of his slaves working for him how to be like a brewmaster. And so this guy, he was, I don't know what he was on before, it was horseshoeing duty or something, but after that he was like
Head
the
brewer.
Yeah, he became well renowned for his
That's awesome.
brew craft there.
So are we going with John Adams?
Let's go with Adams.
Yeah, we're going John Adams.
Johnny says that was actually Abraham Lincoln. And,
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
So,
I will research that.
That is interesting.
Because,
you call them out on every answer they give you, we'll verify that.
we will. Well, I like to think that we look at least one website for an answer, and I don't know if these guys are.
Well, I gave them 5 minutes.
So, no, it's
I actually
fun.
did not look at any websites for the trivia I gave them last week. So, Kyle, why don't you go ahead and pull up that window that's behind there. Let's talk a little bit about why we, as a beer show, are focusing so much on baseball tonight. The most obvious answer is opening day, which was last Thursday. It was last Friday for those of us here in Texas that are big Texas Rangers fans. But more importantly, baseball and beer are kind of inextricably entwined. I mean, there's the history of...
That's a new word.
The history, yeah. I made that up as I was going. Baseball's history is just sort of... There's always been beer at the ballpark. Beers have sponsored a lot of ball clubs. If you look, for instance...
They made Babe Ruth's career.
Made Babe Ruth's career. Mm-hmm. If you look at the career of Harry Carey, it made Harry Carey's career.
That's true.
Tolerable.
Yeah,
Whoa!
You have to be drinking a lot of beer to watch Tim Lincecum pitch.
Hey!
So...
I'm kind of hungry. You think there's anything at the snack bar?
You guys
Rich,
want me to go
Yeah,
check
why
snack
don't
bar?
Yeah, will you check
got
the
money?
snack bar?
nachos?
I bet there's some nachos.
Sheena has money.
Alright.
If I were to have nachos, I would put the nacho cheese in the left oven of my kitchen.
Yeah, I mean, I
But
think
if I
that's
were just going to the snack bar, I
You
would
just
pick
get it
over
from
the
there.
Snack bar. And hopefully I won't scald the hands of whoever's pulling those out of the oven. You want some paper to hold that?
All right, so while Rich is burning his hands off, let's take a quick look at what happens when you Google the words beer and baseball. First off, there's a game called Beer Baseball.
I played that.
It's a drinking game that sounds similar to beer pong.
No. It's like nines give you a home run, and
okay.
ones are bunt, and twos are steal, and there's all these different things.
There's actually a website called baseballandbeertravel.com.
Huh.
There are baseball beer steins featuring different beers for different baseball teams. There's a website called Baseball Beer Art and Dragon Boats. I don't know what that's about. Beer Can Baseball. is something that we found. These are all just on the first page of the Google search for baseball. And there's, of course, images for baseball and beer.
Which is pretty much focus on women, like Bud Light ladies and all that good stuff.
There's, here we go. We've got some nachos.
Got some nachos, man.
I'll finish.
Anything?
No, man. Thanks for coming back.
It's baseball. Again,
right.
First page, baseball and beer. There's a headline called Baby Drinks Beer at Baseball Game. There's Man Catches Baseball with Beer. Florida Vacations with Baseball and Beer. It's just amazing how closely linked beer and baseball are. And so that's why we wanted to focus on this specifically tonight. Kyle, what have you got so far with the nachos and the beer?
I just ate a big old nacho and some Keystone Light.
Okay. What'd you get out of that?
I like it. It's smooth. It doesn't do anything. They don't hurt each other. They don't help each other. They're just kind of there together. And
one important distinction that we did discuss earlier is whether or not the nacho cheese is spicy.
It's not really.
But if you are at a ballpark and you do get spicy
throw
cheese
jalapenos
dip,
on there?
Yeah, they're going to throw jalapenos on there. You want to go with what? The 3 C's. Why don't you refresh everybody's memory on the 3 C's?
That is cold, carbonation, and hops. Which, of course...
The Yiddish pronunciation...
Hops.
Hops. That's
My
right.
bad.
And that's where the C comes from.
So, the Coors... Coors is okay with it.
I'm liking the ice. Did you try the Keystone Ice? Yeah, maybe we should use actual glasses. Where's my glass?
If we're splitting the Keystone Ice and Light, I didn't realize there was going to be that much difference between them. I thought I was getting 2 light lagers. I didn't notice that Keystone Ice is 6% alcohol. That's a beating.
The Keystone Ice really drowned out.
And that's... I mean, for a cheap beer, that Keystone Ice is not terrible.
No, I've been pleasantly surprised with that and with the Coors, actually.
Coors Original is a good beer.
Yeah, you've raved about the Coors in the past. Thanks.
Okay. So, yeah, Keystone Ice, Keystone Light both go really well with it. Maybe that's that bubble gum kind of meets up with the cheese.
Yeah, I think
the bubblegum yeast with the Keystone a lot.
I think the cheese and the Keystone Ice are definitely matching up really well. I haven't tried the Shiner yet.
I like it. So, the idea here, too, is... not to spill on your mouth.
We get food on them.
This is why
That's why you should never
bring computer hardware.
Never bring your computer to a ball game.
But like I'm saying, this is really good. I appreciate all your.
Come on.
So, and we were talking about Half-Ass Sportscast earlier, by the way.
Yeah, Half-Ass Sportscast has a fantasy baseball league. That
Fantasy baseball,
lately, haven't they?
Yeah, they've been talking a lot about it, and they talk a lot of trash in that fantasy booth.
They really do.
They really do.
I think it's safe to say that I definitely, I have the best team. I certainly have the best roster.
I noticed that.
And apparently they think that it's necessary to talk a whole lot of trash, even though there are 162,450 games played in the pro baseball, something like that. I mean, they play every day at 8, noon, and 4, right?
Yeah, they actually expanded the season this year to 166,000.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, well, you got to grow. You can't just stick by your guns your whole life. I mean, this is the kind of league where longevity means a lot. So
the Shiner and the nachos, by the way, not so much.
No, I got just.
I'm not liking it at all.
You just kind of got like a
Save it.
bitter.
Wait for it.
Out. You like it?
No.
No, I think the Shiner is going to go well with whatever we send Rich the snack bar for next. If I was to predict that kind of thing.
Big pink stick of cotton candy.
Yeah. Move that gigantic cotton candy.
Yeah, the Shiner does not go well with these two. Shiner, so definitely what we're saying, Shiner is going well with the hotter stuff. So if this was spicy, Shiner would go better with it.
Yeah.
A little more malty. It's got a little more backbone.
That's right.
So, man, you know what else would be good? Maybe
7th inning stretch time.
Do you think some peanuts, maybe, or
Rich,
Cracker Jacks?
go buy us some peanuts and Cracker Jacks.
I don't care if you ever come back.
Actually, I do care.
You son of
No, I don't care if you come back. I care
do.
if the peanuts and Cracker Jacks
That's
come
true.
back. Yeah,
You
so,
can leave again.
again, a very important distinction.
So, we're looking at this league, and they talk a lot of trash in that league.
Yeah, they really do.
You know my favorite part about that league?
That nobody's any good at it?
Right, and I'm dominating them, and I haven't done anything.
Yeah.
My team auto drafted and thought that was cool. I didn't have to do anything, and my team's
now,
auto whooping ass, which is great.
Right now, I'm losing to a woman with a beard.
Huh.
I think she might be in the carnival.
If you put a wig on, you would be a woman with a beard.
Yeah, wouldn't I?
Maybe you should do that. Put your picture up on
Next episode, folks.
Yahoo.
Next episode.
So, I'd like to get off on a rant here.
Okay.
And talk about
Let's hear
some
your rant.
things that really piss me off in baseball.
Okay.
Fair weather fans. I mean, I love fair weather fans, and it really bugs the crap out of me when you get hardcore, like, actual sporting fans that pay attention to their team all the time.
Want the other half of this hot dog?
Yeah, sure. So if you if you're the kind of person that follows your team every year, no matter if they're good or not, it's ridiculous. Who would do such a thing? I mean, if they're good, sure, you follow them, you start watching them. But if they're bad, you jump off that bandwagon as fast as you can. You don't want to be caught watching a bad team. I mean, you're asking for trouble. And it's the start of the season. Who cares, right? Wait until it's almost decided, and you get to the point, hey, welcome back, Rich. And you get to the point in the season where you can choose a team that you know or think will have a chance of winning to then become a fan of that team. That's how sports are. That's how you pick your team.
You don't be a sucker.
No.
I like to wait until the team has already won. Like,
And that sometimes I do
Then
that
you
too.
buy the sweatshirts
Then you buy
and
it,
everything.
right?
Yeah.
I got a bunch of San Diego Giants stuff last year. I'm like I said, I mean, I'm a fan of good football, right? They play football.
what about the San Francisco Giants? Did you get any of their stuff?
They were all
Or-
out
or
of
just-
penis, but I found some peanuts.
Or just
Oh.
the San Diego Giants?
What are you looking for
My
now?
my little girl fingers can't open the bag, so I was looking for a knife.
Really?
No, not really.
Wow. So,
We've got peanuts and Cracker Jacks here, folks.
Probably
These
neither.
are the quintessential ballpark food. And with the quintessential ballpark food comes the quintessential ballpark food joke. This doesn't
Or in
look,
this case, it's
this
a
doesn't look very funny.
fact and fold trivia
this
about
is-
Thomas Jefferson. Well,
Well-
the kids are going to love this.
so
This kid's dad was a candle maker, apparently. I don't know who this kid is. Oh, it's Ben Franklin.
No. Who cares?
we talked about him
Yeah,
earlier.
Thank you,
I
Cracker
don't-
Jack.
I don't
Nothing.
really. Yeah, thanks.
Actually, probably the one socialist thing I would have liked. I don't know, man. Doesn't China do socialist? Isn't the Chinese brewery the
Qingdao.
Qingdao? Isn't that
I don't
owned
believe
by the
that.
government?
I don't believe that is a government-owned brewery. I
I'm
believe
fairly
that they
certain it's
are
government mandated, like down to the
probably. Yeah.
Well, you don't have to do what we say, but you have to use this many ingredients, and you have to use them in this proportion. And
You don't have to
make
do
them.
what we say, but we'll kill you if you don't. So
So good luck with
it's
that.
a good idea.
Okay, got some Cracker Jacks. I got
And I am digging the Shiner with the Cracker Jacks, by the way.
really.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
a good call.
Keystone Light. It's not bad, but all it does is wash away the bubblegum. So you get like Cracker Jacks and bubblegum. If that's what if you're really going for a sweet, that's okay.
I haven't tried the Budweiser at all. I don't think anybody's been hitting the Budweiser actually.
Good for you.
Oh, that's for me. Oh, thank you. That's very kind. Did
I hate Budweiser.
we just open the one thing of Cracker Jacks, or did we have two prizes
Wait.
to try after? Oh, another Who Am I?
Yeah.
Another Who Am I? Coors is not bad with it. I'll go Coors. That's working well.
All right. What about the peanuts?
I haven't tried that yet. I'm still going Cracker Jacks. So basically, where I'm at right now,
Yeah,
it's ran the gambit. It's been kind of a tie. The Keystones have done a couple good jobs. Coors has done overall. Coors has done pretty much good on everything.
Dude, Budweiser's doing great with the Cracker Jacks. I'm kind of surprised.
Really?
Yeah, try the Budweiser with the Cracker Jacks.
All right. Try some Shiner here.
Yeah, so now that we're done making fun of the half-ass sportscast baseball
Oh yeah,
league,
that's money. That's like
which one is that? The Shiner?
Shiner.
Yeah, the Shiner definitely
that hits with the
really
Cracker
nails
Jacks.
the Cracker Jacks.
So we need to tell them that in a beer review. Your beer is spot on. It's a delicate palate that reflects those flavors you find in sugar, corn syrup, popcorn, peanuts, molasses, salt, corn, and/or soybean oil and soy lecithin. My wife is going to hate that I just ate everything bad in the world.
I think those are the exact
All in one
ingredients that are
convenient.
in Shiner.
I think they
So
are.
that makes sense.
That's what it says. Small town, small brewery, soy lecithin. That's it. There it is, right there.
Yeah.
So,
We have
Not
cracked
true.
the code.
all right. So peanuts here, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's try not to throw the Cracker Jacks all over
I
the
will
place.
try not to throw the Cracker Jacks. Don't tell me what to do.
So, coming up here in a few months. Actually, when is...
Not good with the Keystone.
No?
Not at all. No, it's just the dry, smoky texture of the Keystone just doesn't work. Nope, not gonna do it. Not gonna do it.
The Shiner has kind of an interesting mix. I'm not going to go call it the winner, but that is definitely an interesting flavor with the peanuts.
Budweiser's okay with it.
Yeah, okay.
Budweiser does its thing. Rich, feelings on peanuts? Have you had those?
Didn't really have any flavor pairings with this.
Yeah, and these are
Kind of a plain
unsalted
flavor,
peanuts, aren't
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
that's
you're
true.
basically going high fat.
They're unsalted and roasted.
Yeah, they're high fat with a burnt, charred quality to them. So what you're going to get there is not the type of flavor that you're normally going to get from like a peanut that you get out of the jar.
The
Johnny!
Budweiser is good with the peanuts.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Speaking of the half-ass
Johnny's here
sportscast,
to defend his trivia answer.
and the half-ass sportscast in their half-ass baseball league. Here's Johnny Gibson. Rich, you're kicked out. Go. Go produce somewhere else.
All right.
Johnny, we're doing
And when
ballpark food and ballpark beer tonight. What's your favorite ballpark food?
If it was hot dogs, you just missed out because we had the
Yeah.
last one.
Is that on?
Yeah, it's on.
I'm a little,
See
I
that
don't
audio
do well
meter
with
bounce up and
cameras.
I've never
The
been on
host of
TV
the half-ass
before.
sportscast, everyone.
Coming at you live, right here. What did you ask me?
Your favorite ballpark food, man. What do you like to eat? You go to baseball games?
I gotta say,
You've heard of baseball before, right?
I think peanuts are a good
Alright.
baseball food.
Grab some peanuts.
Right.
Grab some beer. Go ahead and get him a glass.
Yep.
Let's see what beers Johnny prefers to
Eat a
eat
couple
with.
peanuts, and then we'll pour you some beers and tell us which one you think matches best with that. Which one? Because, I mean, we're ballpark fooding. We're trying to drink
Okay.
like as many beers as you possibly can with whatever food you're going to go for.
We're taking beer snobbery to the ballpark.
You can
is what
step
we're
in.
Doing.
Okay.
We'll move Johnny out a little
Is
bit.
this the
You got Keystone Ice.
Keystone
Which,
Ice? My
yeah,
goodness.
this is like a
Wow.
kick in the pants version. I'm pretty sure that's distilled. There's no way they can do it any other
I
way.
think it's ice
behind
bomb.
gas
It's like icebox,
stations,
right?
or in
These were $1.39 a can, by the way, guys.
But can you sneak them into the ballpark easily in those 24-ounce cans?
Probably not.
I could.
No. Oh,
Is it?
Pants pocket.
Right.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah,
Because
the-
I
the-
was worried you were going somewhere else with that.
The Rangers. The Rangers.
Hey, I get it, Johnny.
goes.
You
The-
want,
the
you, want,
Ra-
you want to show
Want
you?
to see how? Not at all.
The people at the front gates for the Rangers are actually making you empty your pockets this year. So,
Really?
Yeah. No, at least they made me. Maybe it's because I look like a thug.
Huh.
They also
All these Guinness glasses come piling out.
they all just shattered on the parking lot. Yeah, they also checked
that
my
would
ticket.
be funny if you pulled out like a Das Krug, right? Like the big stein full of Oktoberfest. You're like, oh,
Is this
Just
alright?
kinda-
No?
no, it's homebrew. No, all right.
Weird.
Well, what were you going to tell
Keystone
us?
Ice goes well with peanuts, I must say.
You like the Keystone Ice?
Yeah.
I've been a big fan.
We preferred this.
Yeah.
The Coors and the Bud.
But
So,
I've
try
got to
that
say
one
that
next.
I've got to say that the Keystone Ice has paired well with everything tonight. I've been very surprised by the
Keystone
Keystone
Ice, man. I mean, come on. Well, you know what? I guess they did with that. It's like a Keystone Light, but it's got more alcohol content, so it's got a little more bite.
Right.
So it doesn't lose the battle of the watery beer.
Yeah, I think the Coors already won up the Keystone Ice.
Yeah. Yeah, you're starting on the bottom, working your way up.
Yeah.
But
I'd almost prefer the Keystone just because it's got virtually no taste to it.
Right.
Yeah, it really is very.
You know,
Yeah,
water-like.
it's basically
out the way,
water,
and
yeah.
It's water that you can trust without having to pay $6 a bottle at the ballpark.
Yeah.
Right.
I'll give you that.
I tell you this right now: if I'm given the choice of all of these beers at the same prices, I would choose on what I'm going to, what I'm eating. Right? If I'm getting nachos, if I'm getting something super spicy, I'm going to go with the Shiner. If I'm getting something that's not spicy, maybe a little salty, you can go with any of them. It's whatever your choice is. I mean, these are all available at the ballpark. Well, usually Keystone. If not Keystone, it's going to be Natty Light. They're going to have some sort of cheap beer.
Yeah.
Bud Light, Miller Light, Coors Light, any of those are going to be, the light beer. They're all going to taste very similar.
Where's the beer 30 at? Because I
Not
think
yet
that would be your
available in the
ideal choice.
Pretty
for-
sure they don't have that at ballparks.
No?
No?
or anywhere besides the convenience store near Ryan's house.
Oh, okay.
He buys it from some guy on the back of a van.
Is that also where he gets his me alcohol?
Wow.
I'm not familiar with that.
It's keyboard cat's.
Oh,
Beer choice.
that. Yeah. He likes
So,
that keyboard.
All right,
cat.
So are you? What we talked about earlier was how much better we are doing in fantasy baseball right now.
I'm losing to a bearded woman.
Well, let's. First of all, it's day 4 now.
Right. The
Of
season's
a,
almost
of
done,
a
right?
10-day week of week 1
Why?
that is
why
10 days long,
There are no weeks that are 10 days long.
and
That
you're
is-
not.
That is factually
There
irrelevant.
are in baseball.
Okay, and it's head to head, and neither one of you are playing me. So how could you possibly decide that you're doing better than I am?
Exactly. I am better than
How
you
could you
are.
refute it?
From the horse's mouth, we're doing better than him.
Right.
He just said that.
You noted on
You were
Facebook
playing
today
him.
that you thought Vladdy still played for the Rangers, which he does not.
But if he did,
Hey, okay, how about this? Name me 6 guys on your roster.
Name me 6 guys on my roster.
Yeah.
I cannot do that. I cannot name one guy on the roster.
All right.
I can name 2
I've
guys
got
on
Colby
his
Lewis.
roster.
I got Colby Lewis.
And Roy Oswald.
I got Roy Oswald.
Don't help him.
No, don't help me. I had another Ranger. I have a Ranger catcher.
Was it
Was it
Vlad
Vladdy?
Guerrero?
No.
Was
Vladdy?
it Vlad?
No, I have their catcher.
Uh-huh.
Vlad played.
Which one?
Vlad played shortstop.
All right, so we're gonna cut this short. I'm afraid, and I think should we kick our co-host off and talk about you can't brew that at the saucer?
Sure.
Yeah, I think so.
Let's
Go.
do that.
You're done.
I'm gonna take
You can take the peanuts and Cracker Jacks if you want, but not the nachos.
That's reaching.
All right, take the nachos. We actually do want to slip in a little bit of serious show content tonight. As much this has been a lot of fun. I've enjoyed the heck out of
It's
it.
been a goofball episode,
Yeah.
right? You know, I hope you didn't learn anything because we didn't.
We didn't.
No, actually, we
I
did.
did actually. I was very surprised by the Keystone Ice.
Keystone Ice. I've always been a fan more of Natties than the Keystones.
Okay.
But the
Is there a
Keystone
Natty Ice?
There is a Natty Ice.
We might have to do like a battle of the bargain beer ices or something.
Oh, an ice horizontal, right? An ice off.
Yeah, an ice off.
Maybe when Stanley Cup playoffs start, ice off.
Yeah, good.
Oh yeah,
or
there it
or
is.
Frozen 4 or something. Yeah, good call. All
All
right.
right, I like it.
Really?
All right, that's
8?
enough.
8 ice beers. If there's 8 ice beers available,
Yeah, I'm not
We
sure
got,
that
like,
there are.
what?
We'll look into it.
yeah,
So
that's right.
here in a few weeks, at the end of May 23rd, it's a Monday night, the Monday before Memorial Day, we're having a live event at the Flying Saucer. We will be broadcasting live from the Half Acre Hall.
Right.
Jen's gonna be there.
Right.
Honky the iPhone guy is gonna be there.
Hopefully, you guys are going to be there.
We are efforting a few really big interviews. Hopefully, you will all be there. This event may or may not broadcast on the internet. We don't know. That is our secondary goal. Our primary goal that night will be to broadcast to and entertain the people that are actually at the saucer, enjoying that evening. There's going to be a lot of beer. Hopefully, there's going to be a couple big guests that we're working on. One of them has already said he's going to be there, but we want to confirm before we throw his name out there. Another one Jen is working on, a friend of hers from Oklahoma. So we're really excited about this. This has been in the works for about 6 months now.
Yep.
And we're going to start getting some promotional material out here pretty quick.
It's
But
it's going to be a lot of fun. We have fun, joking around with our crowds and having a good time. Every time we've had a studio audience, it's been a lot of fun. They tend to be very interactive for our show. We may or may not plan something serious. I don't know. We may just go a little more off cuff, but we'll see.
might. I'm hoping to.
We'll have something going.
I'm hoping to debut our ambush beer makeover segment that night.
That would be awesome if we could
Wait,
get that going.
Well, we're working on getting a few guests there that are going to be our unwitting accomplices.
Oh, I like that. Yeah.
And again, I can't say who because
Right.
God forbid they find out and they're
Right.
like, I'm not going to do that.
No.
But there
We're
are.
good.
We do have a few fans of the show
Beer makeover.
that are trying to get friends of theirs. That one of
A
them.
live beer makeover. I like that.
Yeah, one of them in particular swears that Schlitz is the only beer worth drinking.
Okay.
Hopefully we can change his mind about that. And if not, we gave it our best shot.
Right.
So,
so we're going to open up
this is Table Scraps, everyone.
our Table Scraps episode.
We debuted this segment 2 weeks ago. Why don't you talk about it a little
I said
bit
episode.
more?
What I was really referring to was that this is our segment.
Yeah.
Section of our show.
So at the Bluebonnet, the entries that don't make it to the second round...
All competitions.
All competitions,
really.
yeah. The entries don't make it to the second round get distributed amongst... Wow. I totally lost my train
that
of
was
thought.
tough to look at
They
over there.
get distributed amongst whoever wants to take them home, completely
Take it
at
somewhere
random.
else, man.
So we are tasting beers that did not make it to the second or third round, and I'm beginning to see why Kyle made such a horrendous face.
This tastes like
Like it smells.
it tastes like vegetables,
Like it smells.
and really has a nice sour vegetable, almost cooked
Oh,
corn
God.
flavor. Here, you guys want to try this? Taste
yeah, you
this because
definitely
this
wanna-
is flaws.
Drink this.
This is several flaws in one beer. This has cooked corn, which is
Big
which
no-no.
is which one's cooked corn? It's basically what's the word I'm missing right now? It's got a little bit of sourness to it, so it's got like a tang. Like you're like, oh, I'm not supposed to have that. And then you also have like a really grainy texture, which is coming from the DMS that it's got. Which DMS is okay, but not when you have all those other things.
We'll probably talk about DMS a little bit more at length in a future episode.
To me, but not the kind of
It's not. I don't think it's quite as bad as you're making it out to be. but
Well,
it's
we're beer
certainly
judges,
good.
so
Yeah.
Well, but I.
We do just drink
Okay.
Keystone.
Come on, I've
Yeah,
drank
that's-
like 10 beers before. I think
Right.
I know what I'm talking about.
well, and that's
It's
wow.
not Keystone Light bad. But
Megan, you may actually like this. This is so lactic that it may reach the scale of being a
Yeah, it might be
Belgian
like
lactic.
kombucha.
Yeah, it's very close.
This next one's a whole different sort of bad.
All right, so now we're going on to we're done with the.
Yeah, this is the last of the number ones. We're going through
On to
these a
number two.
category at a time.
This is pilsners.
Yeah, so we're getting into pilsners now.
Ooh, man, that smells like dirt.
It does. It smells very dirty.
Oh.
Like it's not even earthy.
Dirt,
It just,
dirt is the
What
worst.
are you doing?
It's so unprofessional. You're the
Right,
hey, I could
that's all right. We're talking about how beers smell like dirt. So anyway, in this segment, by the way, what we
Let's
found
hide
out.
these numbers from the camera. I don't want these people to see.
Yeah, hopefully they couldn't. I
Oh,
don't think it's
jeez.
close enough anyway. Oh, they'd have to know what their category was and no access. Yeah, they're
Well,
not
their
gonna-
numbers are written on the
But
score sheets.
nobody knows what they may know. They may know.
You know them,
And they deserve to know.
those people.
Other people don't deserve to know how bad their beer was, but they deserve to know how bad their beer is.
This has got kind of a harsh taste. That's not supposed to be there. Wait, is that a hop that's giving
No.
it that?
No, that is a bacterial infection that is causing what's called earthiness. And earthiness, dirt, is the worst thing I've ever tasted as far as all byproducts. I've tasted baby diaper. I've tasted
But he's tasted beer baby diaper and real baby
and
diaper.
real baby diaper. I tried it just to make sure she was getting enough
Yeah,
nutrition.
you gotta
Because by the
make
way,
sure.
new father,
I
new father. We never mentioned it, by the way.
I was gonna wait till the very end.
Yeah, it's all right. I'm
You
pretty
jumped
happy.
the gun as always.
Pretty happy. This is my sweet little baby girl. This is Charlotte Ann. And Charlotte Ann LaPointe. Oh, come on.
Oh, look at that special lighting.
Charlotte Ann LaPointe says, hi, everybody. I'm a TV star. An internet TV star.
Guys,
Very sleepy right now.
only a week old, and she's experiencing internet television stardom. I mean, who can say that?
She's a very, very sweet girl. She didn't puke on me, so that's cool.
You got to be excited about that. Anytime the baby doesn't puke on you is a good time.
We're happy,
And
Megan and
I knew we got
Miss Charlotte.
entirely too lucky last week.
So, yeah, this is a bacterial infection that is just awful.
Let's try one more.
Go get rinse these out.
Yeah,
You don't
these-
want that to be involved in it. I'll explain this. Essentially, what happens is, on average, all these beers that are entered into the Bluebonnet, especially, 20% of those beers go to the second round. That means they're awesome. Pretty much every beer goes to the second round. It's awesome. But there are some good beers left over, or misclassified beers. Sometimes people put in one in this style and this style. It fits this style, but it doesn't quite fit this. So here it gets a 45, which is great, but here it only gets a 30, and it doesn't make it to the next round.
I did a flight of barley wines during which I tasted an extraordinary Belgian Dark Strong. It was a great beer, but it wasn't a barley wine, so we couldn't push it. So if we were, for instance, to get that beer in our table scraps, I'm going to go with overcarbonated on this one. Yeah.
Often a flaw. I just there's absolutely
there's a flaw, and there's just an atrocity.
Yeah.
This is an atrocity.
It's got what I would refer to as a carbonic bite.
Yeah.
Basically, smells like carbon dioxide, which is weird. Because
yeah, you wouldn't expect that, seeing as how it's only carbon dioxide coming out of there.
So this is the fun part about table scraps is we don't know what we're going to get. Last week,
2 weeks ago, when we got lucky with two really good beers.
Two good beers that
not really good, but yeah, decent, both very drinkable.
The one that was that we did as the number 2 style, which was a Pilsner, was actually really tasty, but you could tell they used the wrong hops. It was citrusy, and it wasn't supposed to be, but fantastic beer. It was really good. I would drink it any day. The other beer was not quite right, but it wasn't bad. These have all been bad. They've all got flaws. They either have a bacterial infection from bottling, they messed up. Maybe they have. I mean, that bottle just looks full of carbon dioxide, so it's hard to tell anything.
This one's either fairly decent or just decent compared to the last two that we had.
So, yeah, it's not a terrible tasting beer.
I could drink this. Yeah.
It's not a terrible tasting beer, but you can't get much of it because it's pretty overcarbonated.
Yeah, it's all foam. I'm okay with it though.
Let's open the last number 2 because this is the last light beer we have in all of our styles. We took home a couple boxes from this competition. There wasn't much of a there, by the way. Something
and what he means when he's talking about
that's all right. It's just overfilled.
Is the carbonation. When you pop the top on this beer, you can hear a little tss from the carbonation if it's properly carbonated.
So this one,
it's kind of like a peppery, like phenolic. No, plastic.
Oh, plastic. Yeah.
Plastic's
bad.
This has a very plasticky smell.
Plastic sucks.
And what we call that in beer judging is phenolic. And that's definitely phenolic. And what... There's a lot of desirable things that can cause phenolics. For instance, smoke can cause a phenolic smell or flavor in a beer.
Belgian yeasts?
Belgian yeast can cause phenolics. But this is a Pilsner, so it shouldn't have any of those
Bavarian, things. If anybody has ever had a Hefeweizen, like a true Hefeweizen, should have some phenolic characters.
So what are the unfavorable things that could cause a phenolic?
It's pretty much all down the line going to be bacterial. It's going to be some sort of bacteria gets in there. Instead of yeast, it's bacteria eating the sugars. And what they leave behind is like a peppery flavor, plasticky flavor, Band-Aid-y flavor. It's just like tastes medicinal is really the best way to describe it in some form or fashion.
Kind of like NyQuil.
Yeah, a little bit.
It tastes like really enjoyable.
It tastes like if you were to take a beer and drink it through a Band-Aid.
Yeah, that's definitely this one.
Yeah, then it's just awful. You want to try it?
Sounds really good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love Band-Aid.
Is this the one we just had, or is that?
This is the one we just had. That's
overcarbonated one.
Does that remind you anything of a Band-Aid?
It's got a hint of Band-Aid.
Doesn't it? Yeah.
I think that eventually we need to have her
Band-Aid?
finish this out. Band-Aid? Oh, she doesn't. She looks about as excited about it as we are.
All
right, so we're gonna go deal with the CPS folks, and while we're doing that, we would like you to remember that we are not professionals.
So please try this at home.
Agitation, frustration, the memorization of the things I'm gonna do to you. This magical and powerful addiction to the pain affliction on your porcelain skin.
Again.